statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier, because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
And it's great to be with you, and hope you're having a good day. We'll see how my voice holds up throughout this show today. 877-897-8255. That's the number to call. And got quite a few things to talk about. And some between the old and the new, as well as I haven't forgot about New Year's resolutions. I'll talk about them, but only as an excuse to talk about how we can change behavior and how we go about doing that. Sometimes, that's tricky business, and it takes a lot of expertise and know-how to do this. And it's no wonder people don't succeed at it, because even with a lot of coaching and insight, it's still hard to do. Yeah. So we'll see what we can do today to help, make the changes. I mean, it's easy to say, well, do this, do that. But how do you do it? That's the question. And I'll have a couple of ideas. Can't talk about all of the strategies and tactics, but maybe if you focus on a couple of things and people can grasp those and understand them and then start to use them, that's a good place to start. I'm a big believer in small wins. That'll come up today. Yesterday, I had the occasion to talk about communication. And I'm going to have another occasion today to do it. And this is a study that has probably, you've had this experience. There's probably many people listening that have had this experience. And especially if you have aging parents. And let's see, I got to try to find rhetorically ways to talk about this. Sensitive ways to do it. Sometimes our parents, our elderly parents, can be pretty headstrong. And if you're a caregiver, and even if you're not, but they're just, your parents are elderly, we know that they can sometimes be headstrong. They're not the only people that can be headstrong. And this study comes out of Penn State, and they were talking about headstrong elderly parents and their children. Does this resonate with anyone? And what do you do about that situation if you're the child? And what do you do when you have the responsibility to care for that person as well? Now, they were talking about in the article, in the study, that aging parents can respond to advice or help with daily problems from their grown children by, they said, insisting, resisting, or persisting in their own ways or opinions, or otherwise being stubborn. Now, I know it sounds like we're picking on our elderly parents. That's not what the study's about. Now, research has looked at how frequently these behaviors occur and what factors are associated with elderly parents being somewhat stubborn. So, these researchers found that middle-aged adults and their parents frequently report instances where parents act in ways that are commonly attributed to this whole idea of stubbornness. The studies published in the Journals of Gerontology, Psychological Sciences. And Dr. Zaret in the study said, it's a topic everyone experiences. It just hasn't been studied, Dr. Zaret said. And Dr. Zaret pointed out, the goal of the study wasn't to identify whether individuals are stubborn, but rather to understand the perceptions of older parents and their adult children regarding stubborn behavior when the elderly parent is being stubborn. Now, they said in the piece that the researchers demonstrated, I'll quote, that individual and relationship-based factors are linked to the perceived expression of stubbornness by parents, and that there is discordance in perceptions within families. I am sure there is more than a few people listening. They're saying, oh yeah. And Dr. Zaret said, finding better ways to have that conversation is really important. I agree. Because the quality of the communication is going to bear upon not only the health of that relationship, but the health of the elderly parent. Three-fourths of the children and two-thirds of aging parents in the sample for this study said at least that at least one of the behaviors, insisting, resisting, or persisting, happened in their relationship with their elderly parent. Now, the children in these families were not giving caregiving support, as it turns out, but rather the family members are providing everyday support to one another. And I would contend that if you're the health care provider, or the caregiver, I should say, this kind of situation is even more amplified. A second finding was that adult children link perceptions of parent stubbornness with how children see their relationship with their parents. Okay. But the parents link their perceptions to who they are as people. So if parents see themselves as more neurotic or less agreeable, they report more stubbornness, because that's the perception of themselves. And this is no great shakes, but one of the researchers said this finding indicates that adult children and aging parents may be seeing these behaviors differently. Well, of course they are. That's the nature of communication and the nature of human nature. The meaning of messages is not found in the message. The meaning of messages is found in the person. And we all have different, sometimes you say, well, why couldn't you understand that? It's very simple. And you repeat the sentence over and over again. It doesn't change how they're going to perceive what that message is and how they're perceiving you. You can say it 1,000,000 times. Communication is more about misunderstanding and its remedies than it is anything else, in my opinion. I remember, I had interactions with my mother, and she was a strong-willed individual, believe you me. And she could be stubborn. And I remember those interactions and trying to deal with that. And especially when a person is sick. Now you have to negotiate that and consider that in the conversation. Not so easy, is it? I'm sure that, as I said, more than a few of you have had this experience. I'll be right back.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against free radical damage, supports heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Jarrow Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Jarrow Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best and highly absorbable bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Are you looking for a product that will aid weight loss both safely and naturally? That will stimulate your metabolism and reduce the absorption of fat from food? Then look no further than Right Way Nutrition. As featured on national daytime health shows, Right Way Nutrition is a premium dietary and nutritional supplement provider who believes the best form of encouragement is results. Right Way Nutrition aims to provide customers with the most superior and effective products available. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol does just that. While green coffee bean extract may not be new to the scene, Right Way Nutrition offers a new and improved formula of green coffee bean extract infused with their trademark ingredient Svetol, which is proven to be a vital ingredient for successful weight loss results. Right Way Nutrition provides you with a fast-acting, healthy, effective green coffee bean extract proven to naturally and safely aid weight loss. Your search for the perfect natural weight loss supplement is over. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol will help you reach all your weight loss goals.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our number one ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Vega, clean, plant-based nutrition. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Wherever and however you may be listening and whatever you may be doing. And you can watch the show right now at letstalknutrition.com. The show streams every day as we broadcast it. And checking my messages, I can tell you that it turns out that, let me find it for you, we have a new affiliate, apparently, and I'm looking for the update on that, and I'll get to that in a moment. And it turns out that News Talk 1240 WRTA in Altoona, Pennsylvania, is now part of the network of affiliates of Let's Talk Nutrition. As I told you, we are syndicating this show across the U.S., and one day at a time, we work at it, and we've made great progress, and I thank you for your support, the listenership, you, the listener. You make this possible, and we're very delighted to be in that community, WRTA in Altoona, Pennsylvania. And for those folks who are new to, you'll be new, of course, you're new to Let's Talk Nutrition, you'll come to understand that around here, what this show is about is trying to empower you, and that's almost cliche to say these days, but or otherwise to give you choices about your diet, about your lifestyle, about different kinds of therapies within traditional medicine, alternative and complementary medicine, and to do it based on the research, not just my opinion, but what does the science tell us? What have we learned from cultures over hundreds, if not thousands of years? And most people don't have the time to do the research and to go and investigate and inquire and dig deep and get the answers. That's my job. That's what I do as the producer and host of this show. So I'm trying to make it easy for you, and I do my best to report as accurately as I can. Do I have biases? Absolutely. We all do. And a point of view, every talk show should have a point of view. The point of view on this show is that nutrition is paramount to health. In fact, I'll take it one step further, that nutrition is the first and guiding principle of health. All roads, in my view, begin and end there. Now, do genetics play a role? Absolutely. Do lifestyle variables play a role? No question. And there's sometimes things happen in our health that are beyond our control. I'll tell you about that today in a story regarding evolution and certain diseases. It'll be a theme of the old and the new. And so you also will come to understand, the listeners in Altoona, that this is a listener-friendly show, and I encourage you to call 877-897-8255. Now, in terms of that theme of, and welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. In terms of the theme of the old and the new, let me tell you about something new that has happened in our environment that's having an impact on our health that's not good news. This study comes out of Washington University in St. Louis. And it was published in, there's a journal called PLOS 1, Public Library of Science 1. It is a very prestigious journal. And what they just, I'll give you the punchline on the study. What they found was that women who had high levels of chemicals derived from plastics, personal care products, common household items that are probably in your house, and the environment experience menopause 2 to 4 years earlier than women with lower levels of these chemicals derived from those sources. The researchers in the study, what they did was they looked at blood levels and urine levels of 111 chemicals that are suspects, the usual suspects, in interfering with the natural production and distribution of hormones in the body. And this stuff happens out of a person's awareness. These chemicals don't get into your body one day on any given day or at any given moment, and all of a sudden you feel deathly ill. Doesn't work like that. You'd have no notice that they've entered your body, and they accumulate over time. They're insidious in that regard. Now, there have been other studies that I've reported on that have looked at the link between these so-called endocrine disrupting chemicals and menopause. Your endocrine system is the system that's responsible for your hormones. But this particular study is the first one to explore this issue in a broad way and look at the association between menopause and these kinds of chemicals on a large scale. When we come back, I'll tell you more about this study. This is something new regarding our health that's bad news. Then I have something rather old to tell you about that has an impact on our health and is perplexing. I'll be right back. have to laugh. I do a health talk show and trying to tell people how to stay healthy, and I get sick. The irony in that, right? Well, listen, I wish that I had a biology that was resistant to all these critters that are floating around in the ether. Everybody, my gosh, people sick left and right. I'm around sick people everywhere. They're just everywhere. Man. You have to do extraordinary things not to get sick. I don't know. Maybe we should drink holy water or something. What do you think, Stephen? Go to Lourdes? I don't know. I'm a little confused.
Just stay inside. Don't go anywhere. Did you ever try the oil of oregano spray? I know we mentioned that yesterday from one of the callers, but you didn't have any. Did you ever track some down?
No, I didn't track any down. I have some oil of oregano at home. And, oh, well. 877-897-8255. I find some humor in it, in that, it just this is a piece of evidence that I, just like you, have to do the things to get things done to stay healthy. Not so easy. It's not so easy. And I'm with you. Believe me. I'd love to hear from you today. Give me a call. And I'm reporting on a story here. This is something new that's happening that's really causing a problem, especially for women. These chemicals that we find in these products in our everyday life, these plastic-based kinds of products, are really problematic for women in that they're endocrine disruptors, and even cleaning products that you have at home, personal care products, food packaging, cosmetics. They contain chemicals that are endocrine disruptors, meaning that they turn hormones upside down. And in this study, they found that women who had some of these chemicals in their bloodstream experienced 2 to 5 years earlier onset of menopause. The average age of the women in the study, they looked at 31,575 people, and out of that there was better than 1,400 that were menopausal, who were tested for levels of these endocrine disrupting chemicals. They were talking about chemicals from the following categories were analyzed, in the survey. Dioxins and furans, phthalates. Those dioxins and furans are found those are industrial combustion byproducts. Phthalates are found in plastics, common household items, pharmaceuticals, and personal care products, including lotions, perfumes, makeup, nail polish, liquid soap, and hairspray. They looked at phytoestrogens, which are plant-derived estrogens. They looked at polychlorinated biphenyls, PCBs, which are found in coolants, phenolic derivatives like phenols, industrial pollutants, organophosphate pesticides, surfactants, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which are combustion products. My God, they have found rocket fuel in breast milk. Rocket fuel. I mean, you can't make this up. When I tell people this is a toxic world, a planet is toxic, they say, yeah, doesn't affect me. I live in Texas. Doesn't affect me. I live in Timbuktu. Doesn't affect me. I live in Tampa. One of the researchers in the study said early menopause can alter the quality of a woman's life. I'll bet there are a few women out there that could tell me something about that. And has profound implications for fertility, health, and our society. Dr. Cooper said, understanding how the environment affects health is complex. The study doesn't have proved causation, but the associations raise a red flag and support the need for future research. These researchers always say that. We need to do future research. That's so cliche to say that. Of course we do. But what in the meantime, what do you do about that? What do you do about that? You're supposed to tell people, go and get a blood test to see if you have these chemicals in your body. And let's assume that people had the inclination to do that. Then what do you tell them? Oh, yes, ma'am. Or yes, sir. Men and women. We found 52 chemicals in your body that don't belong there. Now what? What do you do now? And these get into the tissues and into the organ systems of the body, and especially the endocrine system. And I should tell you that many of these chemicals are correlated with cancer. I've done many shows on this. If you can listen to those shows on demand, if you go to letstalknutrition.com, you will see themes where I talk about a toxic world that we live in. Now, you can try to do certain cleansing, taking certain herbs and whatnot. I think I encourage that, but I must confess, I wish I could sit here as a researcher and say to you, I have a bunch of studies to show that stuff really works. I don't. It's not because I can't find them. It's because they're not there. I eavesdropped on a conversation one day. I was listening to this person give this lady advice about cleansing. And I sat and listened. And it was utter nonsense. It was nonsense. There's not one scintilla of evidence that I heard in that conversation to support this lady's claims that she was making about cleansing and what this other lady should do. And I had to walk away. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't try. And we add on top of it then our bad diet and our unhealthy lifestyle. And then we get rung up and people listen. There are people that live a healthy life. They do everything right. All of a sudden, one day they get sick. They come down with cancer. They say, how did that happen? And let's assume they have no genetic predisposition. You know where that usual suspect is, don't you? It's the environment that's contaminated. It is implicated. We just have a tough time sorting out in what ways. I'll be right back.
Natural Factors presents.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray. How would you like to feel more calm, centered, and alert with greater mental focus and clarity? Pharma-GABA, a special natural form of the major brain chemical GABA, can help. Our brain can naturally produce GABA, but sometimes we don't produce enough, so taking it as a supplement can give your brain a GABA boost. Pharma-GABA is a clinically proven form that is considerably more effective than other forms. Pharma-GABA produces favorable changes in brainwave patterns as well as a dramatic reduction in markers of stress, including salivary cortisol levels. Pharma-GABA is fast-acting, with feelings of calmness and mental focus experienced within 5 minutes of taking Pharma-GABA. So, if you want to feel calmer with greater mental clarity and focus and need a fast-acting help to cope with a stressful day, give Pharma-GABA a try. I think you'll be glad you did.
Hi, I'm Jordan Rubin, founder and CEO of Garden of Life. Oceans 3 was created with a simple premise in mind. Develop a line of premium omega-3 fish oil formulations that met or exceeded the market leader in quality, and then go beyond omega-3 by providing amplified benefits and value to the consumer. Oceans 3 contains ultra-pure, high-potency fish oil, along with astaxanthin and fucoxanthin. Each of these ingredients, when taken individually, have superb benefits. When they are combined into the exciting compound omega-xanthin, they work synergistically to amplify their already amazing benefits. In addition to the synergy of omega-xanthin, Oceans 3 offers unrivaled purity and greater value than the leading omega-3 fish oils available today, making the Oceans 3 family of products the best choice for anyone looking to add a healthy dose of omega-3 fats and a giant dose of extraordinary health to their lives.
Did you know that doctors recommend omega-3 essential fatty acids for kids and grown-ups alike? Nordic Naturals, the #1 fish oil in the U.S., offers omega-3s for everyone. In fact, Nordic Naturals has one of the largest product portfolios in the world. Our best-selling Ultimate Omega is available in soft gels or liquid, both with a light, clean lemon flavor and no fishy aftertaste. This concentrated formula has been clinically shown to support heart health. For children, kids everywhere love Nordic Naturals Children's DHA, offered in great-tasting strawberry liquid or chewable soft gels. New Omega Boost is a creamy, delicious formulation of omega-3s. With its great mango taste and velvety smooth texture, Nordic Naturals Omega Boost is a great choice for the whole family. Nordic Naturals carefully manages every step of production of our omega-3 fish oils from boat to bottle, so you can count on Nordic Naturals to be exceptionally pure, fresh, and effective. Nordic Naturals for kids and grown-ups alike. Available at natural products retailers or online at nordicnaturals.com.
Is your fish oil wildly pure? New Chapter is proud to offer a whole food approach to fish oil, Whole Mega. Naturally pure 100% wild-caught salmon comes from the pristine waters of Alaska. Like extra virgin olive oil, the fresh-caught salmon for Whole Mega is pressed immediately after harvest. And that's all that's needed to deliver wild Alaskan salmon's whole complement of vital omega fatty acids. These omegas support your heart health. One serving of Whole Mega per day, 2 grams, has been clinically shown to help retain healthy triglyceride levels and to improve the omega-3 index, a studied marker of heart health. And did you know experts recommend consuming 2 to 3 servings of fish per week? So 1 week of Whole Mega delivers the omegas of 3 servings of wild Alaskan salmon. Discover the New Chapter difference, wildly pure Whole Mega. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local Fine Health food store.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Greens Plus, superfood for super health. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Right Way Nutrition, nutrition the right way. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
We're back. Sliding into third. Safe. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. If you got a moment, give me a call. Maybe you have something on your mind. Relative to what I'm talking about, or something that's on your mind that I'm not talking about. I'm open. The guest today is you, and it's just you and me. No guest today. So it gives me some freedom to talk about things that I don't typically get a chance to do. John's going to put up on the screen, if you're watching Let's Talk Nutrition, he's going to put up there you go. No, that's not one of my relatives. This This is a study about evolution and our ancestors. And did genetic links to modern maladies provide ancient benefits? That was the question. And this is a synopsis of the study published in Science Daily. I have the study. And I want to talk about this because I think it has some relevance for all of us, in that there are some diseases that float around right now that are a function of evolution, not necessarily a function of, like what I just reported on, chemicals being dumped into the environment causing all kind of genetic mutations and whatnot. But it turns out that we have some of these modern maladies that, while we see them as so deleterious and dangerous to health, researchers are now thinking probably served some benefit to our ancestors. And we're still paying the price. And I'll give you some examples. And the whole point here is, sometimes if we can, the more we understand about why we get healthy, can be healthy, and why we get sick. I have a book at home called Why We Get Sick. That informs us in a way where we can start to do things that, even though genetics may be involved, you may be able to do things with diet and lifestyle to cause those genes not to express. So that in the study, the researchers asked, so why would a genetic susceptibility to the chronic skin condition psoriasis and other ailments persist for hundreds of thousands of years, afflicting our ancient ancestors and us? Typically what happens through selectivity and evolution, those things get selected out because they're harmful, and evolution would take care of that. But apparently, like a chronic skin condition like psoriasis has been left in the genome. In this particular question, that's the question scientists, they said, are asking after discovering, they said, that genetic variations associated with some modern maladies are extremely old, predating the evolution of Neanderthals, Denisovans, and which is another ancient hominin, and contemporary humans. The study was published in Molecular Biology and Evolution. They looked, one of the researchers in the study, Dr. Guckelman, said, our research shows that some genetic features associated with psoriasis, Crohn's disease, which is running rampant right now in modern culture, and other aspects of human health are ancient. See, some people believe, oh, Crohn's disease, this is something new. No, sir, not according to these scientists. And this is what's fascinating about all this. This stuff, these diseases are coded in the genome, and they stick and they stay. They don't get selected out because they served a good purpose in the past. And, Crohn's disease, psoriasis, these are autoimmune diseases. The immune system, you see, and I was talking about the immune system yesterday. That is a complicated system. When we, 1,000,000 years ago, our ancestors walking the earth, it was the immune system that kept them alive. It was their pharmacy. It was their medical clinic. It was their hospital. If they got injured or if they got an infection, it was the immune system. So what they're hypothesizing is that these kinds of diseases, Crohn's, psoriasis, amp up the immune system. They're autoimmune. So at that time, it was a benefit for Neanderthals and other ancient hominins to have an amplified immune system because they were under environmental duress all the time and biological duress. And so it benefited them to have a hypervigilant immune system. It doesn't benefit you and me to have a hypervigilant immune system in these days because we don't have the kinds of threats, biological threats to our health. This is fascinating stuff. You know, this is just sort of a sidebar as to why we get sick. Sometimes we don't understand why we get sick. If you have chemicals floating around in the earth, the soil, the air, the food chain that are getting into these avenues of exposure, and they cause cancer, you and I unsuspectedly could get these chemicals. We may not be genetically even coded to have cancer, but we'll get it anyway. Or you have this genetic predisposition for some illness, and you wonder where it came from. You say, well, it came from my mother and father. Yeah, more immediately, but it probably came from 1 million years ago or so with our ancient ancestors where it was saving their lives. This is what, it's the paradoxes of it all, right? This is only just to try to help us understand why we get sick or why we can be healthy. But at the end of the day, that arena where you can take some charge of your health is your diet and your lifestyle. I know you're sick of me saying it, but I'm going to continue to say it. Diet and lifestyle. That's where the control panel is. I'll be back.
statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Right out of the blocks, I want to take a moment to greet and welcome the listeners at News Talk 1240 WRTA in Altoona, Pennsylvania. They are now part of the network of affiliates associated with Let's Talk Nutrition. We're delighted to be in Altoona. We're in Pittsburgh, we're in Philadelphia, so we're making our way through Pennsylvania pretty good. Doing all right. And if you're watching Let's Talk Nutrition at letstalknutrition.com, John will give you a long shot of the studio, what we call a long, there you go. And you can see all this that you see in here now is going to be taken out of here, and they're going to remodel the studio. We're looking forward to that. I've been in this studio. It'll be 10 years in May. It needs a facelift. No, don't, John. I know what you're thinking. Don't say it. Don't even say it. No, I don't need a facelift. See, Stephen, have you been sick this year yet? Didn't you have a cold a few weeks ago?
This year? No, I don't think so.
No?
Yeah, I mean, towards the end of the year, I got a couple of bugs, which typically happens, but so far, so good.
John.
Yes, sir.
You picked up a bug, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Dayquil's wonderful.
Dayquil.
He's all subdued.
He is subdued. He is subdued. I don't know where I picked this thing up, but it's a nasty critter. But I know people that are laid up in bed, sick, with an influenza virus, cold virus. They're no picnic either. That's what I have. And I think I picked up what happens typically when you get a virus infection, whether it's flu associated or a cold, you'll get a secondary bacterial infection that sets in. And I think that's what's going on with me at the moment. So I may need to get some antibiotics. Yes, I will take antibiotics. But I also take my probiotics. When you take antibiotics, by the way, here's a little tip. Excuse me. When you take the antibiotics, take the probiotic 2 hours either before or after. Don't take them when you take the antibiotic because the antibiotic will wipe them out. So separate it at least by 2 hours. And you want to take the probiotic when you're taking antibiotics because the antibiotics will wipe out both the pathogenic bacteria as well as the good bacteria. It doesn't discriminate. It's sort of like dropping a bomb on a population where you're trying to kill the enemy, but you end up killing civilians as well. And that's the way antibiotics work. You know, they're not like missiles. They're more like hand grenades and bombs. So you got to take your probiotic. Otherwise, you upset that ecology. Then you end up with not enough healthy bacteria and too many pathogenic bacteria. Yeah, I will take an antibiotic. And they say, well, you do a health talk show. Well, this is not just about natural health. It's also about traditional health medicine as well, if you want to call it that. We talk about allopathic medicine, naturopathic medicine, homeopathic medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, Chinese medicine, American Indian medicine, whatever. We're open to that. So the listeners in Altoona, this is by way of introducing this idea to you about the show, and that is very open-minded. Now, that being said, you'll find that I'm not going to be talking about things that are so strange and peculiar, you're going to wonder if, I should be committed to some mental institution. I won't talk about that. I don't do that show. I'm out on a perimeter, but I'm not so far away that I can't find my way back. And why? Because this is an evidence-based show. Show me the data. You say that therapy works? Well, how do you know it works? Because it worked on me. Okay, that's anecdotal. I'm not dismissing that. But I can't come on the show and say, Paul down the street drank this or ate that, and he got better. Okay. How do we know it was what he did? How do we know it wasn't? So we got to look to the science. Where's the evidence? Then we got to look for the patterns. Look for patterns. That's what science does anyway, too. What patterns exist in different cultures over thousands of years? Different behavioral patterns, practices that contributed to their health. We have to look at that data as well. 877-897-8255. You provide data by your phone calls, your point of view, something you like to share. Talk about about whatever I'm talking about or whatever else is on your mind. No guests today, so the lines are open. But the lines are always open on this show. I was wondering, when I reported on that study about communication with elderly parents, I thought I would get a call on that. And to talk about, elderly parents in this study out of Penn State, they took a look at the relationship between children and elderly parents. Now, the children in this case, in this study, the sample, they were not caregivers. They were just, children having a relationship with their elderly parents who were perceived to be insisting, persisting, and resisting, or otherwise stubborn. And how that, how do children deal with that? And I pointed out that that issue is even more complicated if the elderly parent is ill and you are a caregiver. Not so easy. I've been there. I was there with my mom, took care of my mom for a long time. And I know how complicated that gets. I thought somebody might call and want to talk about that. You still can. Share your experience. Because we learn from what other people's experiences. That's an important data set. So, John, did you forget about your New Year's resolution so far?
No.
No, you still with it?
Yeah.
I know this is the end of January, and here I am talking about New Year's resolutions. I'm only going to use it as an excuse as to how we can maybe change things long term. New Year's resolutions, all they are is goals. That's all they are. And up on your screen, if you're watching Let's Talk Nutrition, John posted up onto the screen out of Kansas State University how to make your New Year's resolutions last 1 year, not 1 month. When I come back, I'll tell you what they found in that study, and I'll share some other supporting studies and the whole idea of small wins. You've heard me talk about that on the show. That's a real concept. It's in the literature. It's talked about. I'm a fan. I believe in small wins. In my opinion, when you take small wins and link them together, that's the stepping stone, one stepping stone after another to get you to the goal. And I'll explain and break that out for you a little bit. And it makes sense. And it takes the pressure off of you. And you, in my opinion, you increase your chances for success when you adopt a small wins approach to achieving goals. We'll be back.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body healthy inflammation response, an ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace for a good night's rest naturally.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
We live in an age of fast information, high-speed communication, instant gratification, rapid transit, ready mixed, pre-cooked, heat and serve, and living life on a moment's notice. But when it comes to staying healthy, you pause for a moment. Jarrow Formulas has been formulating high-quality nutritional products for over 30 years and has been a leader in the research and development of some of the most effective, affordable, and cutting-edge natural health solutions in the world. At Jarrow Formulas, they understand that distinction does not happen overnight and that a reputation for excellence is only earned through many years of persistence. Their staff of scientists and health professionals insist on doing things the old-fashioned way, with clinical studies and scientific research. They believe that the true test of a quality company is the purity, potency, and good value of its products and meeting the highest expectation of those who matter most, their customers. For more information about their superior formulas and to request free samples of their leading brands, please go to www.jarrow.com. Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Vega, clean, plant-based nutrition. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Okay, we're making our way through the show. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. That's toll free. Watch Let's Talk Nutrition live every day as I broadcast it at letstalknutrition.com. And the shows are on demand, both the video and the audio. The audio on demand is found at show schedule. There you'll see the date, the name of the guest, the theme explored on the show or themes, and the video is right there on the homepage. We're really we started the streaming of the show on January 5th when I came back from vacation. So getting good response. People are watching, right, John?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're liking it. It's a trend now in talk radio. Now, not all talk radio shows do this. ESPN, they do it. You got Mike and Mike and others that do a radio show. The other sports announcer, he's on Mad Dog Radio on. He's also on NBC, famous sports announcer. They also do video of streaming of their show, his radio show. So it is a trend. And you can stream this show on your smartphone, your tablet, your computer, whatever electronic device. It will stream. Isn't that right? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
It'll go.
Yes.
It's amazing. Even with the phone, this is amazing, John. Think back 10 years. Did you ever, they weren't watching TV on their phone.
No.
Did you ever think we would? I know I'm dating myself. You remember those old black phones?
Yes.
We've come a long way. And they weigh. I mean, you could use them as a weight. You could lift them. They were heavy. You could use them as lifting weight.
Good old brick phones.
Yeah. You remember those? Yeah.
I had one of those.
I still have one. I saved it because I figured that, maybe someday I could sell it to a museum. I do. I still have it. I should bring it in and we'll show it.
There you go.
I have a closet where I saved all the old technology. Don't know why I did that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I still have my Apple IIe.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Remember that brick phone though? You carry that thing around.
And you thought you were cool.
You thought you were cool. And then the Walkman. You remember the Walkman?
Yes.
Remember that?
I had the tape and the CD version.
They were unreliable though.
Oh, they're horrible.
They were horrible.
Well, actually, let's read that. They weren't horrible. They were awesome in their day.
Right.
But compared to the technology we have today with the iPhones and they just they're archaic.
It's like riding a buckboard compared to riding a jet. So we're down with the technology around here. Because we're trying to connect. We're trying to connect. All right, now we talk a lot about a lot of things that people would want to consider doing on this show. Okay, and the question is, anybody could come on here and say, well, you need to do X, Y, and Z, and go on about that forever. Question is, okay, now tell me, how should I do it? So by way of trying to get at this morning, when I was going through my different sources, media sources to produce the show, I came across a study out of Kansas State. John will pop that back up there. If you're watching, he'll show you the study out of Kansas State University.
There you go, Doc.
There you go. It's up. And thank you. And there's a researcher there. They published a study, by the way, in the Journal of Clinical Psychology, another prestigious journal. And there's a kinesiologist there who broke down some simple steps to help people stick with their weight loss resolution for the full year. We'll talk about that, but then we'll build on it and try to moving beyond the new year resolution concept. We're going to be going into February, What about the rest of the months? What do we do then? Well, some of these concepts and principles sustain at any month. In any month, doesn't make any difference. But the researcher said, if you start with lofty goals, these high-flown goals, it's easy to become discouraged if you don't meet those goals right away. The researcher went on to say, start by trying to do something once or twice a week for short durations of about 5 to 10 to 15 minutes, or about 10 to 15 minutes. Then you can build from there. This way you can set yourself up to be successful, end quote. I agree with that. And it's the professor I'm referring to is Dr. Emily Maley, professor of kinesiology in the College of Human Ecology at Kansas State. And what she's talking about are small wins. She said that chances are if you made a New Year's resolution, you've already failed. She said because only about 8%, boy, that's a grim statistic, of Americans achieve their goal, according to research from the Journal of Clinical Psychology. But then she said there's still hope. I love that. A few simple steps she recommends that people can take. We'll review some of those steps, and then we can apply it not only to losing weight, but to other things we're trying to do. Most of the health behaviors that people are engaged in relative to their diet and lifestyle have been in play for a long, long time. Many of them from childhood. Now you wake up one day, you're now 40 or maybe more, or even 20 or 30, and you want to change those behaviors. Might even take a miracle, you think.
Today's veterans often reach
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Flora, premium organic oils, teas, tonics, and supplements. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Again, welcome to listeners in Altoona, Pennsylvania on WRTA 1240 AM. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. It's great to be with you. And show is syndicated across the U.S. Show does play at different times in different markets. Please check your local listings. 877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number. 877-897-8255. By the way, you know, we're in different places here. Tampa, Ware, Massachusetts, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Altoona, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, Shelbyville. We're making our way. We're all over the place now. This is good. We love it. Love talking to you, and we love hearing from you, too. Again, the number is 877-897-8255. So how will you keep that New Year's resolution? Researcher out of Kansas State, a Dr. Emily Maley, says she has some ideas. I think she's pretty on the mark here. Dr. Maley, and by the way, if you're watching that, the news release out of Kansas State is up on the screen talking about this study. She mentions that you need to start trying to do something only maybe once or twice a week. Okay? Short durations, 10 to 15 minutes. Let's say it's exercise. I know she was talking about losing weight. But let's say you want to exercise a little bit more. So instead of trying to train or engage in physical activity for 30, 40, 50 an hour, 60 minutes a day, 5-7 days a week to start off with, maybe you do 10 minutes a day, a couple days a week. Something that's small. Because that's all maybe you have the inclination to do, or motivation to do, or time to do. Whatever the case may be. But it doesn't hurt to start small. Dr. Maley also points out, and she's on the point about this as well, one of the best predictors and determinants of achieving a goal, and I don't care what the kind of goal that is, health-related, business-related, relationship-related, doesn't make any difference, is motivation. Yes, I know, it's common sense. But if you set a goal of losing weight because your doctor told you to do it, or your wife told you to do it, or because your girlfriend told you to do it, or because you're trying to get into that Speedo or that bikini, I don't know. Maybe getting it into the Speedo or bikini is more motivating because now you're internally motivated. But the doctor telling you or your partner telling you that you need to lose the weight is an external motivator. And what we find is that when people are intrinsically motivated, internally motivated, they tend to achieve the goal more. So if you sit down and you say, I have these kind of goals, health goals in mind, whether New Year's resolutions, whatever. But if you don't have any motivation to do it, I'm not so sure you're going to do it. You say, well, I know I need to do it. I know I need to lose 50 pounds. I know I need to do it. I don't have the motivation to do it. Then you need to explore why that is. Why wouldn't you be motivated to lose 50 pounds if you know you need to lose 50 or 25 or whatever, 10? Why aren't you motivated? Is it because you don't understand the health implications of losing the weight? Maybe you do. What if you do? Where's that motivation going to come from? I don't have a supplement to tell you about that's going to motivate you. I don't know of a therapy, maybe psychotherapy could help find the motivation. And that becomes a problem. Sometimes people don't have the enthusiasm to do something that they know in their heart of hearts and in their mind, rationally and emotionally, is something they need to do. My experience has been, when you come across a person such as that, sometimes what motivates them is to see another person. Bingo. Clue. I reported on a study last week, and I know Stephen remembers because he listens. Remember the study, Stephen, where the couples, when they made their resolution or some goal they had, health goal, that they did better together than they did alone? You remember that?
Sure, yeah.
This is where it comes up now again. And don't dismiss it. You say, well, it's obvious. Well, it's maybe so. If you're not motivated to lose that 50 pounds, maybe you hook up with another person who's trying to achieve the same kind of goal, some weight loss goal. Maybe if sometimes watching another person do it becomes very motivating. So it's easy to, for Dr. Maley or me or anybody else say, well, you need to be motivated. Well, what if the person isn't motivated? This happens all the time. Doctors will tell you this. George, you need to quit smoking. I know, Doc. If you don't quit smoking, we're going to remove that other lung. I know. Why are you going to quit smoking? I'll try. Goes outside, gets in his car, pulls out his pack of, they still sell Camels? Pulls out his pack of Camels, non-filtered, and just heaves away on it, right? And he knows he's probably going to die. You think that would be enough of a motivator? Sometimes you can't do it alone. This is what I'm suggesting. If you can't find the motivation, then join with somebody else or some group. That's why Weight Watchers, I think, has success. That's why I think Alcoholics Anonymous has success. That's why I think Gamblers Anonymous has success. Why? Because they put people together that are all trying to achieve the same thing. And it's motivating because you see that other people are struggling just like you. Sometimes people are demotivated because they're afraid to fail. That's why. That's lingering in the background. That's what I believe. Because they're not motivated, not because they don't want to, not because they don't know they need to, but because they're afraid to fail. Hell, you're better off to try and fail than not to try. Because if you try and fail, you still might find some glimmer of motivation in that. Say, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to try again. I don't ever worry about the failure. If you try and fail, you know what? You can do it again. You can start again. So she didn't talk about that in her study. I just did. I built on it. I do believe that sometimes people don't have the motivation because they're afraid to fail. Come back. We'll have a couple of other ideas as to how you can achieve your health goals.
Hi, I'm Kate. When I asked my health food store to recommend a natural solution to improve my digestive health, they suggested their best-selling probiotic, Ultimate Flora Critical Care. It has 50 billion live probiotic cultures in every capsule. I was surprised to learn that a poor diet, aging, and even stress can deplete our bodies of billions of good bacteria. That's why I take one Ultimate Flora Critical Care probiotic a day to help maintain my digestive balance, support my immune health, and help keep me regular. And my mother takes Ultimate Flora Senior Formula. It's formulated to help adults 50 and older maintain good digestive health too. It's the Ultimate Flora difference that sold me. Each high-potency, once-daily formula includes strains that are scientifically studied for their specific health benefits. Plus, the delayed-release capsules protect the probiotics from harsh stomach acid. Ultimate Flora probiotics are available at health food stores everywhere. From Renew Life, the digestive care experts.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract. Available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit Kyolic.com. That's KYOLIC.com. Or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Did you know your digestive tract is home to millions of bacteria? Some good, some not so good. And if you want to stay healthy, it's important to make sure that your body is populated with the good bacteria it needs. Probiotic Defense contains 13 of today's most effective friendly bacteria strains, along with other compounds shown in studies to support healthy digestion and immune system function. Don't settle for low-potency, overpriced formulas. Ask for Now Foods Probiotic Defense with the bright orange label. To find a retailer near you, go to nowfoods.com.
What are you doing this month? If you suffer from stiff joints, you can do something special. You could try new Flex Now Joint Formula. Flex Now offers you complete relief in just 1 month or a complete refund. Flex Now is a unique concentration of shea nut triterpenes, the most potent inflammation fighter of any botanical. And it's only when inflammation is reduced that your body begins to heal. Try new Flex Now Joint Formula and make this the month you get rid of stiff joints. Ask for Flex Now at Vitamin Discount Center and other leading natural product stores.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Greens Plus, superfood for super health. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Xenia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Right Way Nutrition, nutrition the right way. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Okay, here's the LTN health question of the day, sponsored by BDCUSA.com. I was talking about earlier in the show how a million years ago, our ancestors, Neanderthals and whatnot, and who not, had certain diseases. And as it turns out, those diseases have stayed encoded in the genome. And this has been perplexing to scientists. They ask the question, wonder why? Even more, they push and they ask, why was the disease not selected out even back then? Because it would be threatening. But they determined, they're hypothesizing that some of these diseases stayed encoded then and now because they served a benefit to our ancestors back then. Which one of the following diseases is an ancient disease from which we now suffer? And I talked about it, I mentioned it. A, Crohn's disease, B, cancer, or C, osteoarthritis. Which one of those did I mention as an ancient disease that existed 1 million years ago in our ancestors and still is with us today? Crohn's disease, cancer, or osteoarthritis? 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. Let's go to Tampa, Florida. Ann, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Yeah. Hi, Dr. Garko. I just tuned into the radio show just about 15, 20 minutes ago, so I didn't hear what was going on prior to that. But I wanted to share something because it kind of fits in with, I think, what you've been talking about. When I was 36 years old, I read about Linus Pauling and his studies on vitamin C. At that time, I was 36 years old, as I mentioned, and that was 41 years ago. And I have been taking vitamin C since then. I put together my own regimen, and in 41 years since, I have never had a cold or the flu. Now, I've had a handful of times where a cold or the flu started coming on. My regimen was the minute I felt something in my nose or something in my throat, I would zap myself with vitamin C, 2,000 every 2 hours. About 10 years after I started doing that with such success, and Prevention Magazine came, and I read an article. I don't remember from which source this came, but there was the article that I read that whoever the researcher was doing this similar thing, 1,000 every hour. One time in the 41 years since then, I had a cold really get a hold of me over a period of like 12 hours in a particular day. When I finally was able to get some vitamin C, I took 14,000 in 6 hours.
14,000 milligrams
of vitamin C.
Which would be 14 grams.
14 grams.
Sure, 1,000 milligrams equals a gram, so that's 14 grams. That's a substantial. Let me ask you, when you do that, do you tend to, forgive the question, but do you tend to get diarrhea?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, some people do.
And I started out years and years ago. 41 years ago, we didn't.
So it was a small step, but it's been a step that you implemented and kept. And you still, how much do you take normally each day?
Well, I'm really careless about it now. I probably take 2 or 3 grams.
That's still good. 2 or 3 grams a day is good.
Either that or more. But in ensuing years since then, since it's worked for me, my family and friends that have known of this success have never done it.
Now here's what's interesting. And your report is a self-report, and it's what we call anecdotal data.
Yes.
Okay. And I've had a similar experience. I have not been as diligent and religious in taking my vitamin C as you have. And I've had a similar experience where when I was doing heavy dosing of vitamin C, I tended to do better. All that being said, by your report and my own self-report, do you know the research doesn't support that?
Well, I know. Oh, I read it all the time. I read it all the time. I remember when I was in my 40s, I remember having a pile of like 50 supplements. I mean, this was like 30-some years ago. I read everything I can read. Well, I've been on your show before.
Yeah.
I have a lot of knowledge in several areas.
I know you do.
What I do now, though, and getting to bring it to the, and I know you're limited in time, but now that I know more about probiotics, and what I do is, if I have something like that come on, and the vitamin C isn't working, I immediately call my doctor's office within that day, and I go over to the doctor's office and get a prescription for an antibiotic, because I know it's bacterial. If it doesn't work
Sure.
immediately, then I know it's bacterial. The doctor's office has gotten to know me so that they'll give that to me. And then I do, as you said earlier, I did hear you say this, 2 hours from the probiotic, and I do that religiously.
So what I'm holding up in my hand is a packet of Jarrow Formula's probiotic, and it's their 25 billion formula. I tried it. I've been dosing heavily on probiotics. Why? To amp my immune system over the last 3 days. So that's one thing I have been doing, and it seems to help me.
But you know what I've also been doing? I call Renew Life.
Yeah, Renew Life also.
They all 150 billion.
150 billion. They got 150 billion.
They have a 200 now with the critical care, but I take the 150 billion.
Yeah, it's good. It's excellent. But this is what I had at home. So I said, well, let me try it. And I said, let me use up the box, and then maybe I'll go try some Renew Life. But I make sure I get my probiotics into my body. Your call is a great call. You and I both anecdotally report the efficacy of vitamin C, but unfortunately the science doesn't support our report.
But I think that somebody believes it out there, because that Prevention Magazine article from some research source did the same thing.
I know.
But anyway, thank you so much for your show.
Thank you. Listen, thank you for your wonderful call, and thank you for your listenership. Let's go to Carolyn in Tampa. Carolyn, so what ancient disease did I report on that existed with our ancestors, thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of years ago that we still have today? Crohn's disease, cancer, or osteoarthritis?
I think it was Crohn's disease.
Yeah, and Crohn's disease, the researchers are thinking Crohn's disease and psoriasis, which are autoimmune diseases, stayed in play genetically, stayed in the genome, stayed encoded, because the researchers are saying that it helped their immune system back then to stay amplified. And back then, that's what they needed, an amplified immune system. The paradox of it all. It's still in our genes. They're saying Crohn's disease is genetically coded. So, that's a paradox. But congratulations, you won a $25 supplement gift card, Carolyn.
Oh, thank you so much, and I commend you on doing so well with your cold.
Well, thanks. I'm trying. I'll do my vitamin C, like Ann said. Your health is your wealth.
Exclusively from Natural.